Let me go ahead and address the quarterback issue so we don't have to answer 78 questions about the quarterbacks. Marquise Williams is our starter. Yes, I've talked to him. He knows why I did what I did on Saturday. And that's where we're at. I mean, he's a starter going into this game, and nothing else there's not a whole lot to talk about. That's why I wanted to make sure it was clear that there is no can of worms to open. So I don't know how to make it any more clear to y'all. I'm doing the best I can, and you may think I'm being short with you, but I'm really telling you the way it is. Just watching the Notre Dame game, they had blockers on every guy, and the guys defeated blocks and went and made plays. And so you're going to have to do that because they're going to get hats on you. I mean, it's just the way the offense is set up. So you're going to have to defeat blocks. You're going to have to defeat cut blocks. You're going to have to do all the things. You're going to have to outplay them is what you're going to have to do. If you want to know something that you don't know, is that we went all silent count in the game the other night. Okay, we changed our whole cadence with the quarterback in the game. So everything was silent count. And you wouldn't recognize that. You wouldn't know it, but that's what we did. But that's different for everybody out there on that field. And so the center handled everything, and so there was a lot of thinking involved and a lot of, so there, in my opinion, I thought that may have been some problems and some issues that we created for ourselves. But we felt like as a staff we needed to do it for the future of this season and when it may come up in the year. And so we wanted to get that done.
Well, the center controls the silent count so that the offensive line can hear how the wide receivers and everyone else goes off the motion of the ball. So it's really just for us so that if things get loud, we don't have to count on the quarterback's cadence getting drowned out. It's really simple as that. It's more efficient for the offensive line to hear it coming from the center than it is from the back. I think it's more efficient for them. He's got less to worry about because the center's controlling the cadence. With his team coming up while we're playing, they're gonna control the clock. We'll be lucky if we have 8 possessions, so we have to make the most the opportunities that they're going to give us for sure.
Last year we kind of had a safety playing the position that I'm going to be playing this week, so it's a little different concept for me. But like I said, we've worked Georgia Tech since training camp, so guys are very familiar with what we're going to be doing this week. The main thing that Notre Dame and Duke did was, it's 11-11, so there's always going to be a blocker for you. You got to defeat the blocker and make a play. That's the one thing they did. They also made Notre Dame or Georgia Tech put the ball on the ground a lot. I think it was like 6 turnovers or 6 fumbles, even though they didn't get all of them. But they put the ball on the ground a lot, so that's what we're gonna have to be great at. Interceptions when they do throw the ball, and creating turnovers by stripping at the ball.